Hello, everybody. There is something deviously awry and afoot at that place we call theshavingcadre.com. We'll investigate and we'll explain. Stay with us. Hey everybody, welcome back to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Yeah, that was my French Cajun Texas accent. Yeah, it was crazy. But there is something awry and deviously awry and afoot. I love that. At the Shaving Cadre. So why don't you come and see us? www.theshavingcadre.com. Over here, barber pole, cowboy hat. Please click that to like and subscribe. There's a bell down here. Ring that and you'll get notification of all new videos. And then check out the plethora. That's right. I said plethora of shaving channels down in the description section that I think you'll enjoy. And today's shave is brought to you by the Nurse Dave Shaving World micro shaving device. This can be used for all your guitar and shaving needs. But when you're ready for the XL shave, the big one, go for the Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home XL shaving device. So make sure you check out Nurse Dave. Okay, what's afoot at the Shaving Cadre? Well, my good brother Spider at aka KJ, aka the Vez 2, every year since we were from another forum has come up with this devious plan to put people into captivity. And we agreed to it. Why? We have no idea, because we just want to do something crazy. Especially for me. I'm not a minimalist or a 307-teener or anything like the folk. But what he has done is he has said, let's do the one blade challenge and the Williams challenge. Now, what that means is we take Williams soap, the old or the new version of Williams soap. This one. This one right here. Now, they no longer make this. So this is a thing that may not happen very much longer, except for KJ and Matt and Doug Keister, who have this in large quantities, but they don't make it anymore. And there's an old version and a new version. So what you do is you take a new puck of Williams and you shave with it till it's gone. Now that can be 30 days, that can be 60 days, that can be 100 days. In my case, because this puck has decided that it's not going to do anything, it could be a long, long time. Well, if that wasn't enough, then we do the one blade challenge. Now, the one blade challenge is you pick one blade. You can do multiple razors, but you can pick one blade. And you have to try to get 100 shaves out of that blade. Crazy? Yes. Impossible? No. Because KJ's done it before. And so what I chose, like a moron, is I chose the Feather Pro Guard system. Now, the cool thing about that is I can switch razors. So the two razors that I've chosen is the Blackland Vector, the best SE razor ever made. And I have chosen the what I feel is the best removable blade straight razor on the market. And I say that as a professional barber because I use one of these in the shop, is the Essence by Titleist. Now, in theory, that's cool because I can get straight shaves. I can get, DE style shaves and everything else. But, okay, you see the head on this thing? Very thin. And then this is with magnets. Well, the one thing that I didn't think out too well is the fact that you have to use the same blade. So I have to switch these blades from razor to razor. Now, this one is a bear because it has magnets, and you have to have it set just right. That one's a bear because the blade gets stuck. So I think there'll probably be finger blood before we're done. But that's the craziness that happens over on theshavingcadre.com. So we're not just a standard shaving forum. We do everything. We have challenges going on all the time. We have photography challenges, Zoom calls. We're one big happy family for the most part, so please come and see us. So what are we shaving with today? Well, I already showed you that. We are continuing. We are on day 5 of captivity, and I mean captivity. And I'm using the Williams. For the brush, I'm using a Matt DeRuiter carbon fiber F1. This was a concept. Now, I've just re-knotted that, and I put a AMAC tuxedo knot in it because the Wolf Whiskers badger that I had in it was just too much of a lather hog, and I was done with it. For the aftershave and EDT, that's the one benefit of this captivity is you can use any other software accoutrement that you can. So I'm going to be using, to stay with the Williams, I'm going to be using Williams Aquavelva Sport, and this isn't a vintage bottle that Matt Lukey gave to me. And then also from our friends over at Sterling, we are using Mediterranean Man, which is a homage to Creed Eurolfa. And I also want to welcome Joe Hackett, as they say, wink, wink, nod, nod. Who's your friend? Who's your friend? Rod, for subscribing to our channel at Sterling. We certainly appreciate it. And he is also one of our artisan retailers over at the Shaving Country. So let's get started. This is going to be so much fun. So for those of you that have never used Williams, I put it on the same level as Mitchell's Wool Fat as far as difficulty to lather. Some people have a hell of a time getting it to lather. You just have to be very, very patient with it, because it's very much like Mitchell's Wool Fat in my opinion. However, where Mitchell's Wool Fat and this soap separates is in the slickness. Williams, in my opinion, and I think there's a bunch of people that would agree with me on this, is Williams is one of the slickest soaps out there. In fact, you could feasibly lather your first pass, and the residual slickness on the next two passes is more than slick enough to shave with. Just a very old school soapy type thing. At the time you could get these things for like 50-60 cents a puck, and then I think they went up to a whopping $1. But unfortunately Williams has determined that they're not going to be selling them anymore. We're hoping that at some point they bring them back. Once again, the Essence by Titleist, and this has got a Feather Pro Guard blade, and this is shave number 5 on that blade. And if the drugs that KJ gave me weren't enough for my captivity with the razor and the soap, I decided to do something else stupid. And those of you on the cadre that know me, and even from my other channel, which I very rarely post on, Watch Crazy 51, I am a watch collector. And many times throughout the day, I'll change watches. Sometimes once, sometimes on the weekends, I may change watches 2-3 times depending on my mood. Well, I figured since I was doing this one blade, one soap challenge, I wanted to see if I could do a one watch challenge. So I'm on day 5. I'm wearing my Tag Heuer Carrera on the stainless band. I had just taken it off the rubber band, and we'll see if I can make it. But I do have a couple of watches inbound, so I don't know. In fact, I do know that I will probably fail that portion of the challenge. Probably by tomorrow or Tuesday. But as I said, Williams is a great soap, and I jest with KJ. I decided to do this. I think right now the Vegas line is that I'll be the first one to drop, and they may be right. But we've got, I think, can't remember exactly how many guys are doing the challenge, but there's quite a few. But for those that know me, that's just not me. I mean, I've got basically enough soaps to last me forever. I think I'm sitting at just under
620 different soaps. So yeah, I'm not a minimalist. In fact,
Over on the Cadre, I am the director of the CEC. Now, what is the CEC, you ask? Well, those on the Cadre know of all of our agents on the CEC, but the CEC stands for the Central Enablement Center. It is our job to ensure that our members and the public at large is enabled to buy as many soaps, aftershaves, razors, and so forth that that they can to, of course, enhance the shaving experience. Because frankly, who wants to shave with one soap, one razor all the time? How boring. But I was up to the challenge. Actually, a couple of years ago, we did this in a different format. And what you did is you took the Williams soap and you grated it up, and then you made a flavored Willie's, so to speak. So you had Chili Willy, which was some mentholated like Aqua Velva. You had English Fern, or Ferny Willy, which was English Fern. And what you did is you took the soap, you grated it up, and then you poured whatever aftershave or cologne you wanted the soap to smell like. And you can do this with Mitchell's Wool Fat too, any non-scented soap. And you let it sit. And eventually the alcohol evaporates, and what you're left with is a fragranted soap. So you had soaps from all kinds. And I had tried one called Blasted Willies. And what that was Penhaligon's Blasted Heath, an Uber de Parfum, and it was wonderful, except it was horrible. And two people, I think it was Grey Dog, Bruce, and Rich tried it, and we all swore off ever doing this again. But KJ is a nice guy, and he's one of our concierge staff over at the Cadre, and begrudgingly I support almost everything over at the Cadre. And I'm telling myself already this will probably be the last time that I do this, but I've said that again and again and again. Now, will I make it 100 days? That I don't know. But the way this soap is going, I'm not sure if it's ever going to go away. Those of you that have tried Prix de Provence, whether the original or the number 63, know that soap, you could be shaving it it's straight for 30 days and barely get rid of the embossing on the logo. And I think my shave last week I used it, and that's what happened. So this contest began on February 1st. And the goal is to go at least 30 days, or to last as long as it was. And I think in KJ's case, he got not necessarily a feather blade, but he got a DE blade. I think it was a Persona. I'm not sure which one, if it was the lab blue, but he got that thing to go. I want to say it was 6 months. Now you ask, why would you even do that? Well, you know, doing 3 passes a day, every day, if you're a daily shaver, you know, it's just something to try, something new, something exciting. Okay, let's see how we do with the alum. A little bit of a sting. I'm transitioning over from warm water shaving to cold water shaving as we're starting to warm up. We were 79, 80 degrees yesterday, and we are going to be 81 today. But then on Tuesday, we dropped down to 64 degrees. This is a lovely time of year, and if I've sounded a little stopped up, it's because I came home Friday with one hell of a cold or flu or whatever it was, and I've been hyper sleeping it with NyQuil. That's right, big N, little Y, big Q, the best green death juice on the planet. And I've been sleeping a lot. This is the best I've felt, and hopefully I'll be good for the Zoom call today on the Cadre. Okay, now I'm confused. What else? Oh, rinse the alum off. And for our witch hazel today, we will be using Quinn's Cucumber and Mint. Let that dry down a little bit. I will probably start using the that Nat DeRuiter brush a lot more now because I re-knotted it. It's too bad because it was a nice Badger, but it was just such a lather hog, and it was kind of floppy, where this tuxedo knot looks much better in it anyways, and will theme up with my racing stuff a little bit better. You know, as much as I complain about it, Williams is a wonderful shave. It doesn't dry your skin. Gives you a nice post-shave face feel. So it's just good stuff. Okay, for our aftershave, once again in this nice vintage bottle that was given to me by Matt Lukey, oh God, 5, 6, 7 Christmases ago. Vintage Williams, and it's got the Aqua Velva Sport in it. And I don't use too much of this because I have not been able to find it anywhere. We used to be able to find it during the Christmas time. You know, they would have those gift packs, and you could find Aqua Velva Sport in there. But Matt was able to find this vintage Aqua Velva bottle, and I just absolutely love it. And for our talc today, we are going to be using Yardley. And we're using the Yardley Elegance. I do have the other, I think I have 2 or 3 on the way. Yardley Gold, Yardley Gentleman, and I think, not sure if I've got the Yardley Lavender on the way or not. I can't remember. This is the Elegance is the closest to English Fern. It's not, but it's the closest that I've seen to it. And then probably the closest, once again, I said earlier that Rod is now a subscriber from Sterling here on our channel, and we thank him for that. This is probably the best homage, dupe, whatever you want to call it, of Creed Europa that I've ever smelled. It is just tremendous. That's why I bought 2 bottles of it, because I can see myself going through this very, very, very fast. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for figuring out what was afoot at the Shaving Cadre. And again, come and see us, www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care.